The Obidient movement, a force like no other in Nigeria's political history. Obedients are not just followers, they are thinkers, investigators, and defenders of truth. They are the ones who take lies from the system, break them down, and expose the truth with evidence. They are not paid, they are not hired. They are moved by something deeper, conviction. Founded on honesty, fired by passion, driven by determination and creativity, this movement has redefined Nigerian politics. In a country where loyalty is often bought, Obedients stand out as a people whose loyalty cannot be purchased because it is rooted in belief. When the political structure tried to mock them, they responded with strategy. When propaganda came like a flood, they responded with facts. When they were insulted, they responded with focus. When they were told they didn't have structure, they smiled because the structure they were building wasn't of bricks or stolen money, it was of people, integrity, and purpose. Peter Obi has proven to be a master strategist. Without holding any political office, without controlling any state resources, and without any government platform, he has remained at the center of Nigeria's political conversation. That is power, the power of influence, credibility, and character. Today, every serious politician in Nigeria measures themselves against Peter Obi. Every major party fears what he represents. Even those in power can't stop mentioning his name because the truth is, they know he represents the alternative Nigeria is yearning for. In 2023, the Obidient movement achieved what no other opposition group has ever achieved in this country without a single elected official. No governor, no senator, no local government chairman, yet they were everywhere, online, offline, in villages, in cities, in the diaspora, spreading awareness, organizing sensitization, defending democracy, and shaping public opinion. After the elections, they have given the ruling APC a serious run for their money. With zero access to government funds, they have outshone the ruling party in public engagement, in accountability, and in shaping narratives. They are the only true opposition Nigeria has today because the so-called opposition parties have been silent, compromised, or bought over. While others sit and complain, the Obedients are researching, documenting, creating, and organizing. They are building data, structure, and strategy. They are building networks of volunteers who believe that 2027 will not meet them unprepared. The ruling elite thought the Obedient movement would die after the 2023 elections. They mocked them. They said it was an online movement. They said it would fade away like a social media trend. But 2 years later, the movement is stronger, smarter, and more united than ever before. They have become the corrective consciousness of Nigeria, constantly reminding the nation of what governance should look like, what leadership should represent, and what citizens deserve. They are holding those in power in accountability in ways never seen before. When the government tries to twist facts, Obedients bring receipts. When corruption hides behind grammar, Obedients break it down in plain truth. When propaganda is spread, they respond with clarity. They are not waiting for another savior. They are preparing to save their country themselves. And at the center of this disciplined army of citizens is Peter Obi, a man who has earned the trust of millions, not by distributing money, but by distributing values. He represents what Nigeria could be, a nation where competence and character matter more than tribe or religion. He has shown that you can be in politics and still be clean, that you can lead without stealing, that you can care for people without being in power. Obedients see in him a reflection of what they wish for Nigeria, a country that works, that's fair, and that gives everyone a chance. That is why their energy is not dying, it's only transforming. Every day, new people join the movement, tired of the lies, tired of the hardship, tired of the deception. They have found a community of truth seekers, people who love their country enough to speak up, even when it's uncomfortable. Right now, the Obedients are already strategizing for 2027. They are not waiting for campaign season. They are building structure, creating awareness, engaging with communities, educating voters, and preparing to defend every single vote because they know what they are up against, a system that fears accountability. But this time they are wiser. This time they are organized. This time they will not only vote, they will protect their vote. They will monitor, they will record, they will expose. They are not coming to participate, they are coming to win. The beauty of the Obidient movement is that it is powered by ordinary Nigerians, students, teachers, doctors, artisans, content creators, and professionals, people who have decided that silence is no longer an option, people who love their country enough to speak up, even when it's uncomfortable. And through all the challenges, they remain peaceful, disciplined, and focused, because they understand that Peter Obi's kind of politics is not of violence, but of values. Yes, the Obedients have faced mockery. Yes, they have faced frustration, but through it all, they have grown stronger. They are the light in a dark political tunnel. They are the conscience of a sleeping nation. They are the movement that will not be silenced. So today, to every Obidient in Nigeria and across the world, I salute you. I salute your courage, your intelligence, your sacrifice, and your unbreakable faith in a better Nigeria. The movement you belong to is not just a political group, it is a revolution of minds, a rebirth of hope, and a symbol of what Nigeria can still become. History will remember Peter Obi not just as a candidate, but as the man who awakened the generation. And it will remember the Obedients as the citizens who refused to be silent, who stood for truth, and who changed the political destiny of Nigeria. The journey continues, the dream is alive, and the victory will surely come. Because as long as honesty, passion, and determination remain our fuel, the Obidient movement will continue to grow until Nigeria becomes the nation we all dream of. I salute everyone in this great movement. Together we move. Together we win. Together we rebuild Nigeria.
Let me assure you what we've been campaigning on. Our campaign, you have heard them say we don't have structures. That is the structure we're trying to destroy. Structure of criminality. That is what I mentioned. That Nigeria is being held captive. That structure is structure that have impoverished Nigeria. We will dismantle it. It will not be there. I assure you of that. We're going to turn around the power sector. Nigeria generates about, today, 56,000 megawatts of electricity for 200 million people. And South Africa, the second biggest in terms of economy in the continent, 5 to 6,000, that's 5 to 6,000, sorry. And South Africa, the second biggest economy, 60 million people, generates about 40 to 50,000. And South Africa, in the past 3 months, have declared emergency in power and said anybody can generate up to 100 megawatts without license. So somebody who is 60 million, generating about over 40,000, declared emergency. What do you think somebody with 2 million people generating 5 to 6,000 will do? War. I'm going to declare war on power, and I'll solve it. Anybody who stands on the way, so be it.